Michelle, Roland, many may be tempted to label this a situation of flip-flopping, flimsy leadership, putting money before their constituents. But a closer examination reveals a much older, more systemic conflict. Local versus federal governance. 60 acres, $25 million, and now 50 poisoned fish. Roland and Michelle, right now I'm in solitary confinement. Not exactly the way you want to start your weekend. I'm also sitting in a state penitentiary where 61 years ago today, also on a Friday the 13th, Idaho executed 2 men. Oh, you can only kill with pawns diagonally.
Oh, see, I just can't remember all of this.
Wait, where did that guy come from? That extra leg room may be nice, but if you're sitting in this seat in an exit row, you're responsible for moving this door. You need to remain sitting, put your right hand low, your left hand high, remove the 25 to 75 pound door, toss it from the plane, and then exit. Yeah, Don Michelle, we're standing on top of the Swan Falls Dam here, looking down into the Snake River, and right now, a controlled backburn. Zoo Boise took Leap Day a little more literally. Dressed like an animal that leaped or hopped, and you got in for free. You also have to put some thought into who your second choice is. After you vote for the candidate you came to support, and all those votes get tallied, if no candidate got more than 50% of the vote, then the candidate that got the least amount, candidate number 1 here, gets the boot, and you gotta vote again. So good, in fact, they'll pour honey in your ear, and you'll come to narrating your story as though you're moderating an imaginary debate. Oh well. Final question, guys. Is Boise State's the best debate program in the country? Well, Roland, we've just learned we're gonna have a round 2 tonight. Newt Gingrich is out. Battle of the Bands, that was easily the highlight of the day. That Ohio band was fascinating.
You said they were a little crazy, backflipping,
really
tuba players.
Maybe even a little bit of scandalous dancing.
Really?
Yeah, middle school kind of dancing going on there. It was wild.
You can't keep those marching bands down.
Not a lot phases Vic. I like to think of him as kind of a cooling Yoda. So I thought we'd ask him for any tips he might have to help us harness the cooling force.
Bring him in.
Hey, dog. I'm Mac. I'm here and super psyched. Tonight I put together a little story about 2 very talented Boise women. I hope you guys like it. Siri?
Siri here.
Sending messages without using your thumbs or using a Bluetooth is allowed. Yeah, Roland, they call this a VLAT. That's very large air tanker. Police then fired 3 more rounds of pepper spray into that basement. And right away, Alberts came out onto his porch. Thanks to those tactics, this whole standoff ended without any injuries. Yeah, Don, Abraham Lincoln said a house divided cannot stand. He felt one ideology must triumph. That certainly proved true in the case of North versus South. But in the world of college football, I found families all over the valley bucking that forecast every autumn. So you know what? I'm gonna kill someone.
How did you do that?
Exciting television.
How did that happen?
Taking pieces. Still skeptical? I harvested this grass today. You can see all it takes is 1 match worth of spark to get into real trouble. By the way, fire pits like this are legal in a burn ban. Yeah, Donna Michelle, it was a mandate, hopefully not too much like the one every American's supposed to obey by the end of tonight, that sent tea into a harbor and revolution into the breasts of our founding fathers. At least here in Boise, this tax day has gone down a little more quietly, that despite the unpleasantness of the task. Because for many companies, when they're choosing a new place to open up a branch, the accessibility of this means as much as anything.
Can we rewind and start over?
Yeah. Law enforcement's nicknamed it liquid gold because it resells for roughly half its retail value. It's impossible to track, and everyone needs detergent. And every sidewalk advertiser's got their own kind of swag. You've got the classic death march, the musicless dancer, the signed batonist, and of course, the plucky waver. This is my first ride on this lift's first day of the 2nd day of Bogus's season. I would describe these conditions as a little dicey, but other skiers describe them as, in a word. What is a health insurance exchange? Think of it as the marketplace where you go to choose the best coverage for you. I have a paper cut. The exchange lets me choose provider, payment plan, specific services, etc. No American city other than New Orleans post-Katrina has lost a larger percentage of its population in the last 10 years than Detroit. 25%, or 1 person every 22 minutes for 10 years. But the people of Detroit are optimistic their city's coming back. But more parking doesn't mean no rules. If you get caught parking in a way you shouldn't on campus, the university is going to charge you $105 to tow you. Off campus, Boise police will write you a ticket for $47 plus whatever it costs for them to tow you.
All right, and you took one of my pawns.
Story's
or
over, we're still
pieces.
playing.